have several questions.
Very good. Well, we'll have a good satsang today. We've got plenty. Good.
These are from, one is from Zasmita, two are from me, and this one, I'll start off with a little bit more complex thing, which I'll have to give a little bit of background. This came up during a conversation with my brother-in-law, Sasmita's brother. The background is that their situation, they're young couple, but they've had a little bit of tragedy in the past year or so. For 4 or 5 years ago, they're incredibly successful couple, healthy. Both of them have PhDs and MBAs, and they're very successful people, very happy with each other. And they had a child about 5 years ago, and then 2 years into child's age, they found out that he was autistic, and pretty significant autism. And then the mother had to take time off completely, she chose to take time off and went very aggressive because they're very obsessed for life and they wanted to improve. And really didn't get to any significant improvement. There's some improvement, but not a lot. And so that's one of their issues, but that's when my brother-in-law started becoming a little bit more spiritual and accepting what it is and going with the moment, and which he does it reasonably well. Now, 6 months ago, it turns out that her mother, so the wife who's taking care of the child, suddenly was diagnosed to have malignant brain tumor, really big tumor, and then they had to undergo surgery on top of taking care of the child. And during the surgery, she got a stroke, and she's 35 years old. And she had to recover. She recovered finally. She lost half of her vision, each side half a vision. But she bounced back. She's doing well. She's just about to drive again. We're taking care full time. And they also have a second child, which they had before the autism was diagnosed. So they have their plate full, as you can tell. And he's now they do it the fullest extent what they can every day without getting depressed or doing anything. We have these conversations whenever they come home. And so the question is, why does this thing happen to someone, and why is it that life plays this kind of universe plays this kind of a thing? Then the concept is, the understanding which we agreed upon is that it's a play. It's really, nobody really knows what it is, a leela, and then you have to go through what it is. Now, his question was, now if it is a game, if it's a play, and we're playing it, but we know we're losing the game badly, why play it? Why don't I choose to stop playing? I know I'm losing badly. I mean, I understand it's a game. I understand it's not important. It's not serious. It's not anything big. It's just a level of form. But I am suffering because I'm losing badly. So in this situation, why don't I just stop playing the game and just end it? I don't know what the answer to that is. He didn't sound depressed. He didn't sound. This is not something which is feeling really bad or down. Just a matter-of-fact question that, I'm doing the best I can every day. But I don't see much point in this again, because I know what's going to happen. It's like writing it on the wall. And so why play it?
Do you want to start? Why don't we start?
Well, why play it? Stop playing the game.
Yeah.
What is that? So?
Meaning his
what does
implication
he
is
mean
that.
by that?
The implication is that.
Yeah,
Why don't we just end his life?
Yeah.
End all their lives, which they've crossed several times without a lot of emotion. When the mother, in fact, it so happened that when mother was diagnosed with a brain tumor of a really where 99% of them die within 2-3 months. So before surgery, she actually took the child driving, the autism child, and with her logic, they think very logically. The logic is that the problem is the child will not improve, is not likely to improve, and I'm not going to make it in 2-3 months. The other two, the younger child and the husband, are well, and so she actually took driving at about 10 o'clock at night, and with the idea of just driving off the cliff. And she wasn't really, again, the scary thing is that there's not a lot of tears in there. It's pretty logical, step-by-step, saying that, these are the two problems, I'm not going to live, he's not going to get any better. So it's not good for him for the rest of his life living as an invalid. And I am going to be a burden in any way you look at it, because there's no realistic chance of me improving. So luckily we had to we called her, then she picked up the phone, we got her back. Before surgery, it turned out that the tumor was not as bad as the original thing was. It's a malignant tumor, but it's a much better prognosis than that, but still it's a malignant tumor. So the question now is that, this is what it is going like this, so why don't we just all end our lives?
And what will that solve?
No suffering. Because he's
Yeah.
suffering right now. I mean, he's suffering from the thing.
How do they know that's going to stop the suffering?
Yeah, that's what I said, but that's a leap of faith. He says, my leap of faith that my suffering is not ending now, and I will have to come back, is a leap of faith which I'm not ready to make because there is no real proof of that. My proof right now is that I'm suffering now, and I understand it's a game, but I don't want to play this game anymore because I'm losing badly.
Yeah. You don't get out of it
Yeah.
by ending the life. Consciousness goes on. You've just ended your chance to be able to progress out of that. Every minute of suffering gives you a doorway to move out and through that into non-suffering. Okay, it gives you the opportunity to finally say, I'm suffering and I want to progress, I want to move forward. So it's a left-handed blessing in a way, to a call from the universe to shake up, to wake up. Because, consciousness doesn't end. You don't get out of anything. You just find yourself on the other side. Now you have no body. You can't work anything out. You've thrown it away. And you have to come back. And again, you're going to have lessons. And they're hard lessons sometimes. But every one of us in life gets some big wake-up, shake-up call that's going to rock our world. Now it depends on what are you going to do with that. Are you just going to try to bail?
Essentially,
How many lifetimes are you going to try to bail? You say, well, it's logically, I don't know what's on the other side. Well, you don't know what's on the other side.
And you also don't know what's hidden in this experience, the truth of it. You don't know the purity of it. So it's an unknown, and that's, it's rich with pure potential to discover whatever gifts are hidden in that experience, as well as the purity that it's not what that family is thinking it is. Because really these hardships can be very much of a very strong wake-up call, in a way to just shake one up and to really go deeper within. Because the truth is, it's out of their hands. I mean, whatever takes place, and if they want to take it into their hands, they're going to suffer the karma of that. Because what came an autistic child is not, I mean, they can put all this, oh, he's suffering and all of this, but, it's just,
They don't know he's suffering.
they don't know those things.
They don't know the consciousness of that child.
They come as a teacher as well, to teach this family to look deeper, and for them to make a choice for that child. That child can teach them to go within, to look without judgment, as well as this brain tumor. I mean, certainly working as a hospice nurse, I encounter families that have, I would say 50% have lost a child before the parent has died. 50% of the families I encounter. You don't think that, go to every doorway, knock on every door, you're going to find a story. You're going to find you're going to find one that's even more intense than what you think yours is. They have children that are handicapped, as well as a parent that has a terminal disease. It's all over the place. This is, part of the existence is suffering and then to go deeper. So they're just isolating themselves within this, it's only me and all of these things, So really for them to take the whole situation to that extreme, that they're not going to get out of anything.